On August 17, 2002, Tanya Streeter embarked on a mission that defied the laws of physics and human endurance. She grabbed a robust metal sled, pulled a pivotal pin, and began her descent into the enigmatic depths of the ocean, pushing the limits of human exploration. A mere 35 seconds into her daring dive, she had already reached an astounding depth of 166 feet below the surface. However, as Tanya continued her descent into the abyssal embrace of the ocean, something unexpected and very scary happened.
Audrey Mestre was born on August 11, 1974, in Saint-Denis, France, with a natural affinity for the water that shaped her remarkable life. Growing up near the Mediterranean Sea, she developed a passion for swimming and diving at an early age, mastering the art of holding her breath and feeling at home beneath the waves. Her love for the ocean was complemented by her academic interests. Audrey pursued a degree in marine biology, blending her fascination with the underwater world with a scientific perspective. Her destiny took a fateful turn when she moved to Mexico and met Francisco "Pippin" Ferreras, a renowned freediving champion. Their connection was both personal and professional, with Pippin becoming her husband and mentor. Under his guidance, Audrey quickly demonstrated her extraordinary talent in freediving, a sport demanding unparalleled physical and mental discipline. Audrey's ascent in the world of freediving was meteoric. Within a few years, she was breaking records, pushing the boundaries of human endurance, and captivating audiences worldwide with her grace and courage. Her ability to hold her breath for over 8 minutes and reach depths that few dared to attempt made her a prodigy, solidifying her place among the sport's elite. Audrey Mestre's love for the ocean was a defining aspect of her life, shaping her identity and guiding her journey into the world of freediving. She viewed the ocean as both a realm to explore and a subject to study, combining her intellectual curiosity with her physical love for diving. This passion found its ultimate expression when she discovered freediving. For Audrey, freediving was more than a sport. It was a way to connect with the ocean on a profound level. The silence, weightlessness, and serenity of the depths resonated with her spirit. Through her dives, Audrey sought not just records, but an intimate relationship with the sea, making it both her playground and her sanctuary. Audrey Mestre's freediving career was defined by her relentless pursuit of pushing human limits and achieving the unthinkable. After meeting her future husband and mentor, Francisco "Pippin" Ferreras, she quickly rose to prominence in the world of competitive freediving. Audrey's exceptional talent, combined with her disciplined training and mental fortitude, allowed her to break multiple records and set new benchmarks for the sport. In the early 2000s, Audrey became a dominant force in the freediving world, particularly in the no-limits category, where divers descend to great depths using a weighted sled and return to the surface with an inflatable buoy. Her focus and determination enabled her to achieve depths that were previously thought to be beyond human capability. In 2001, Audrey set the world record for the deepest no-limits dive by a woman, reaching an astonishing depth of 130 meters, 426 feet. Throughout her career, Audrey continually sought to challenge herself, breaking personal and world records. Her achievements not only highlighted her extraordinary physical abilities, but also showcased the mental strength required to thrive in such an extreme sport. Audrey's dedication to pushing the limits of freediving earned her recognition and admiration from both her peers and fans worldwide, cementing her legacy as one of the sport's greatest athletes. No-limits freediving, one of the most extreme disciplines in the sport, captivated Audrey Mestre and pushed her to achieve some of the most remarkable feats in underwater exploration. Unlike traditional freediving, which involves diving to set depths without the aid of breathing apparatus, no-limits freediving involves using a weighted sled to descend and an inflatable buoy to ascend, allowing divers to reach unimaginable depths. While the thrill of pushing human limits and exploring the depths of the ocean is alluring, the risks associated with no-limits freediving are immense and often deadly. For Audrey, the appeal of no-limits freediving was the opportunity to transcend the boundaries of the human body. The sport offered not only a way to test personal endurance, but also the chance to break records and make history. The allure of reaching greater depths and surviving the extreme pressures of the ocean drove her to take on increasingly dangerous challenges. Yet, the sport's appeal lies in its simplicity. Divers rely solely on their ability to hold their breath, with the help of specialized equipment for descent and ascent. However, the very nature of no-limits freediving makes it perilous. The deeper a diver goes, the greater the physical and mental strain. Factors like pressure, hypoxia, lack of oxygen, and equipment failure create a lethal cocktail that can have catastrophic consequences. Despite the dangers, no-limits freediving continues to attract those, like Audrey, who are drawn to the challenge of defying human limitations and embracing the ocean's mysteries, even at great personal cost. The tragic end to Audrey Mestre's life occurred on October 12, 2002, during a record-breaking attempt in the Dominican Republic, when a series of technical failures and critical oversights contributed to her death. Audrey was attempting to set a new world record in the no-limits freediving discipline, which required her to descend to 171 meters, 561 feet, with the aid of a weighted sled and return to the surface with an inflatable buoy. However, a combination of equipment malfunction and human error led to a disastrous outcome. The first of the technical failures occurred when the inflatable buoy, designed to bring Audrey back to the surface, failed to inflate properly. This was a critical oversight in the safety protocols, as the buoy was essential for her safe ascent. Additionally, there was a failure in the communication system, making it impossible for her safety team to monitor her condition during the dive. Without proper communication and an effective ascent mechanism, Audrey was left vulnerable to the deep-sea pressures and the limited oxygen in her body. A key oversight was also the lack of thorough checks on her diving equipment and safety procedures. With insufficient backup systems and an ill-timed response from the safety team, Audrey ran out of time. By the time she reached the surface, her condition had deteriorated, and despite efforts to revive her, she was unable to survive. The tragic events highlight the inherent dangers of freediving and the importance of meticulous planning, preparation, and equipment checks. Audrey's death was a painful reminder of how the allure of record-breaking attempts can sometimes overshadow the critical need for safety in extreme sports. Audrey Mestre's tragic death on October 12, 2002, was a heartbreaking loss for the freediving community, her family, and the world. As she attempted to set a world record in no-limits freediving, diving to a depth of 171 meters, 561 feet, she was faced with a series of technical failures that led to her untimely demise. Despite the immense risks involved in the sport, Audrey's passion for the ocean and her drive to push human limits had made her a celebrated figure in the freediving world. When she descended into the depths, Audrey was on the cusp of making history. However, due to a malfunction with the buoy intended to bring her back to the surface, she was unable to ascend as planned. As she remained in the water for too long, without enough oxygen and facing the extreme pressures of the deep, Audrey lost consciousness. Though her safety team attempted a rescue, the delays caused by equipment failure and communication problems proved fatal. Her passing sent shockwaves through the freediving community, leaving an enduring sense of loss for a woman who had inspired so many with her courage, strength, and grace. Audrey's death underscored the dangers of extreme sports and the importance of safety, and it highlighted the tragic reality that even the most well-prepared and talented athletes can fall victim to circumstances beyond their control. The death of Audrey Mestre during her world record attempt sparked an outpouring of grief from the freediving community and beyond, but it also led to significant controversy regarding the safety measures in the sport. Audrey's passing was a devastating blow to her family, friends, and fans, as well as to the freediving world, where she was regarded as a trailblazer. Her dedication, talent, and accomplishments had inspired many, and her untimely death left a void in the hearts of those who admired her. However, in the wake of her tragic accident, a wave of criticism emerged, particularly aimed at the safety protocols used in the sport. The technical failures during Audrey's dive, such as the malfunctioning buoy and the lack of effective communication, raised questions about the adequacy of safety measures in extreme freediving. Some argued that the pressure to break records had led to lapses in judgment and safety preparations, highlighting the need for stricter regulations and better safety systems. Audrey's husband and mentor, Francisco Pippin Ferreras, faced significant scrutiny as he had been part of the safety team during the dive. While many believe that he was deeply affected by the tragedy, others questioned his role in the events leading to her death. The incident led to discussions on the dangers of pushing the human body to its limits without fully addressing the risks involved. Amid the controversy, the freediving community was united in mourning the loss of a talented and beloved athlete. Audrey's family, friends, and peers honored her memory, while others worked to implement better safety practices to prevent future tragedies. Despite the grief, Audrey's legacy as a pioneering freediver and a passionate advocate for the ocean endured, inspiring continued dialogue around safety in extreme sports. Audrey's spirit endures in the depth she explored and the record she set. The thin line between triumph and tragedy in extreme sports. Audrey Mestre's story is a stark reminder of the fine line between triumph and tragedy that exists in extreme sports. Freediving, especially disciplines like no-limits diving, is not for the faint of heart. Athletes who push their bodies and minds to the limit in pursuit of greatness often do so at the risk of their own safety. While the rewards of breaking records and achieving the impossible can be immense, the dangers of extreme sports are ever present. Audrey's life and death exemplify this delicate balance. Her extraordinary achievements in freediving were a result of unparalleled discipline, training, and passion. Yet the same factors that allowed her to excel also led to the tragic end of her journey. In the world of extreme sports, where the human body is pushed to its physical and psychological limits, the margin for error is razor thin. Audrey's death underscores the importance of safety, preparation, and respect for the inherent risks involved. Her story serves as a cautionary tale for athletes, reminding them of the potential consequences when the pursuit of glory overshadows the need for careful planning and precaution. In honoring Audrey's life, we recognize not only her accomplishments, but also the dangerous allure of extreme sports, where triumph and tragedy are often separated by a single breath.